Hi guys, it's John back here again with another model final reveal video. Um, yeah, this is the Mistercraft PZL TS11 Iskra, which I actually built not out of the box because the box artwork and kit decals were for one of the Polish display teams, aerobatic display teams that use Iskras. Can't remember what they were called. They're red and white. Quite picturesque, colourful kits, but the transfers were hopeless. Um, Mistercraft transfers are not the best, so I decided to use some transfers out of the decal sheet, which I could use because they did stay together, but the majority of the other ones just dropped to bits. So I sourced the serial numbers on the side of the forward fuselage there. They were sourced from another kit decal sheet that I had. I've actually built this kit up as a sea Iskra. I quite liked the overall appearance of the sea Iskra, and it's in quite an unusual camouflage scheme. As you can see, it's actually four colours on the camouflage. You've got a very light sky blue. You've got a medium grey, a dark green colour, and this desert sand colour, which it actually affects a very effective and quite nice looking camouflage. The underside of the aircraft was done in a sort of a weird Russian blue underside, and it's about the closest colour I could get to the underside of the Sea Iskra. But yeah, now I know Mistercraft kits have a reputation for being pretty bad, but apparently I was told by another YouTube creator that this kit wasn't too bad, and I have to admit I agree with him. It's not too bad. It did have a number of fit issues which weren't that difficult to overcome, but the one issue that I do have with it is that it has an operating canopy that I've decided to glued down because the damn location holes, the actual rear canopy section opens up, and you can see at the back there you've got a runner which goes into the fuselage halves, but the location holes that hold that in place are not lined up. So when the canopy opens up, it actually pulls to the starboard side of the aircraft, and it looks hideous. I also had to put my own gun on the front because the Sea Iskra has a gun, so I just expanded some sprue and away it went, no problem. But the actual gun manifold here, that's part of the kit, it's featured in the kit. Originally this model was actually a Mistercraft kit, which is probably why it's not as bad as some of the other models that Mistercraft produce. But I did actually enjoy this model. Believe it or not, it's actually got an engine inside the kit, although I don't have any idea why they put the engine in it, because the only part of the engine you can see is the bit the thrust sticks out through the hole at the back. But there is actually an engine inside this part of the podded fuselage that actually goes up to, I would say, around about that much into the airframe. It's not a terribly fantastically detailed engine, but it's all right. One of the major fit issues I have with this kit was in the air intakes. They weren't great, so yeah. But the air intakes eventually they did decide to go in, so I wasn't too upset by it. Would I recommend this kit to I wouldn't recommend it to a novice who's never built anything before. I don't think it's a fantastically easy kit to build, but somebody who's had 5 or 6 kits under their belt, it shouldn't really give you much problems. So yeah, I probably would recommend it. I think a pro builder or a modeler who has some experience and knows how to use filler, knows how to whittle things away, knows how to scratch build some parts, which I did have to do in the interior of this kit because the interior is pretty dire. But apart from that, yeah, I would recommend it to most modelers. I think it's not a terrible kit. It's quite accurate actually, and it is an unusual subject. I spoke to another YouTube creator who lives in America, and he had no idea what the Iskra was. He had to look it up. But yeah, it's quite an old design as well. Anyway, I hope this video has been of some use. I hope your modelling projects are going swell and you're having lots of fun. That's what it's all about. And thanks for tuning in, and I'll see you for the next one. See you then. Bye bye.